No visitors.
I'm here as an attorney. I'm here to fix this. Get some people out.
For life.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love For Life, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about For Life Season 2, Episode 6. This is the recap. Now, the description for the episode reads: after an urgent call from Belmore concerning the growing COVID-19 pandemic, Aaron enlists Sophia's help and heads back to the prison to investigate. Marie must decide between exposing her family to the virus and going all in at the hospital. So those are going to be the key elements of this episode. And what they're doing in this second half of For Life is incorporating what's going on in our country today. You've been seeing it in a lot of different shows. You're going to continue to see it even in the new shows that's going to be airing later on this year. But they're taking what we went through in 2020 and they're putting it in the show. And For Life does a hell of a job at putting this whole COVID-19 storyline within this episode, and that's exactly what we see. You know, it starts off, of course, with them finding out how serious this virus is. We have to understand that this is at the very beginning of the virus, so some people was not taking it very serious. Now Marie, she understands that this is serious, and she's giving Aaron her financial papers, personal information, just in case it does not end well for her. She's willing to make that risk to work at the hospital, right? Risk her life. You know what I'm saying? She's a first responder. She's on the front line of this virus. So she wants to make sure Aaron has everything just in case something bad happens to her. And this is very touching. It's very serious because people go through this right now. You know what I'm saying? This is a very serious topic, but Maria is willing to make that risk to help others. Now, Aaron, in his case, he has to go to the prison and investigate. He needs to get in touch with Jamal because remember, he's representing Jamal, right? And the whole COVID thing is getting very serious, so he needs to go up there and check. But they're not letting Aaron in. So Aaron has to make a call. And of course, he has those connections with Sophia. And luckily, Aaron still is communicating with her. Sophia is like the MVP. She was the MVP of last season. Once again, she steps up to the plate and allows Aaron to be able to go inside this prison even after they told him he can't go there because of COVID-19. Now Aaron, he's calling Jamal's burner phone, and Walter, he's picking up. He's telling Aaron, like, look, they done took Jamal a couple days ago and took him and isolated him. I don't know where he's at. So now Aaron definitely wants to get up in here. The good part is this: not only did Sophia help Aaron get in there, she's decided to go there with him to try to figure out what's going on in this prison, because something is definitely up. They don't like it. Now, Sophia and Aaron, they arrive at the prison, and of course, they were able to talk to Jamal, but Jamal's acting kind of strange. You know, he comes out and he's like, look, y'all need to put y'all mask on. You can tell that Jamal ain't all the way there. He's trying to act like everything is cool. He's saying, look, ain't nobody died of COVID. Everything is cool here. You guys had nothing to worry about. But as Jamal is walking away, he drops a note. And in this note, it says that inmate Xavier Barnwell has died of COVID-19. Now, of course, this information is not out there, especially from Belmore Prison. They're not going to let people know that they have inmates in there passing away of COVID-19 at all. Now, of course, Sophia and Aaron, they want to investigate this. They want to know what's going down. So they talk to the new prison warden. His name is Victor Hernandez, and he's acting like he doesn't know anything, right? He's saying, look, I only started 6 weeks ago. I'm trying to fix things up. It does seem like he's kind of shady, but at the same time, it does seem like he is actually telling the truth. And, you know, he doesn't believe that any of his inmates died of COVID-19. At least that's what he's saying. But at the same time, we know that Aaron and Sophia is like, look, well, we'll just, you know, going in and try to get a civil suit on the place. If you're not going to let us investigate and look around and see what's going on, we may have some issues. So of course he has to go gather some more information. He says, look, a lot of this other information that you want, as far as, you know, searching the places, up to the health inspectors, and come to find out, they know that, of course, Xavier has passed away of a heart attack. Well, that's what they're saying. He has been cremated. So of course you can't go and do an autopsy because you can't find out about COVID-19 testing because he's gone. It's too late. So now that makes them ask more questions, that maybe something is being hidden in this prison. Now, your girl Marie, she's having a conversation with her coworker, and she's just upset because she's realizing that if she was to pass away because of COVID-19, she wouldn't like having to leave like that, especially without fixing those issues that she had within her family. She just feels like there's certain things that needs to be addressed, that needs to be fixed if she was to go. And we have to remember that, as I told you guys earlier, Marie's risk of catching this is at a high level, and hopefully she's able to make it through this whole process without catching the virus. Now we get back to your boy O'Reilly. He has returned. The state has brought him in because we know this is personal. They're not going to tell them this. They're not going to tell Aaron this is personal. So with O'Reilly, he says, look, this is what we're going to do. Maybe we can just throw this up under the rug. This does not get out about this whole COVID stuff. How about this? We release 7% of the inmates. 7%, 132 inmates. We release those guys. And, how about we just throw this up under the rug? You say nothing about this. Aaron is like, I'll think about that. But I'm going to tell you what. I need to speak to the prison rep, Hassan. Now, they're able to speak to Hassan, and comes to find out, Hassan is very unaware about Xavier passing away. And he's very upset. He's almost in shock. Like, really? He couldn't believe it. Hassan lets them know they're only eating 1 meal a day. And I guess they are tripling the calories or whatever, but 1 meal a day is definitely not enough. Now, Aaron tells Hassan, put out word. Let them know what's going on down here. And Hassan definitely is going to agree on that. And also, this is going to make Sophia and Aaron investigate that much more, because we know this prison is hiding something. Now, Aaron does have a conversation with Marie, trying to get her input on what he should do. He wants to stay to solve this case and to figure out what's really going on in this prison, because he's getting very, very close. So they agree this is the best option for Aaron to do. And, Jasmine, she is cool because she's going to be kicking it with Ronnie. He's going to make sure that she's okay. Now we get to Aaron and Sophia. They're back where it all started, Belmore. They're deciding to spend a night, and apparently they have to, especially if they want to settle this case. Now, next day, wake up, they want to investigate. They want to find out what is really going on. They decide to walk through and also look at the cameras. Now, the cameras, they tell us the full story that, yes, inmate Xavier did die. They knew this, and it wasn't probably because of a heart attack. It was because of COVID-19. As you can see, the COs are in that hallway. They don't know what to do. So, of course, they would come up with a lie and talking about he died of a heart attack and stuff like that, and pretty much brush this up under the rug. Now, the prison warden does not know anything about this. He's very upset. He brings in the CO. He's like, look, what is going on? Now, what is explained is this. The CO's union, they don't want this getting out. A lot of the COs are not even showing up to work. A lot of these guys believe if this does get out and they release all these inmates, they have a high chance of losing their job. So pretty much all this cover up is because they don't want to lose their job, because of the population will drop, which means they're not going to need all those COs there. There's going to be less money coming into the prison. Remember, those prisoners, they bring in revenue to the prison, and the COs, they understand this. Now, after all this information is figured out, here we go again. O'Reilly, he says, look, this is what we can do. You know what I'm saying? How about we release 20% of the inmates? So now we don't went from, 132 to 354 inmates being released. At the same time, they also want Aaron to drop his civil suit or civil case that he has against the New York Police Department. I mean, now we figure out this was personal. It wasn't about Belmore for real. It was about getting at Aaron. So Aaron decides to make that decision and said, you know what? I guess I got to do what I got to do. And it seems like that was the deal. So we know these inmates will be getting released. Of course, Jamal, he is sick. They said that they tested Jamal. They did not say he had COVID or anything like that. So we have to wait till those results come out. But then we start seeing all the inmates that we saw in season 1. All of these guys are getting out. Hassan, Nathan, everybody's able to get out, at least the majority. But it all depends on what type of crime that they committed in order for them to get out. Jamal is definitely not leaving yet. They're going to stretch that out. But I am happy your boy Hassan is actually able to get released. And as we can see, your boy Aaron is on the outside taking pictures of all of these buses, release all these inmates. Now, this storyline is actually a truthful storyline because from what I was seeing on TV, I mean, these prisons was letting inmates just die left or right. They didn't care about them. They was throwing them up under the bus. They wasn't, trying to protect these inmates. Regardless of what type of crime they did, they could care less, right? So all these inmates were just dying of COVID-19. They can care less. All they cared about was keeping their jobs. Now, Maria, of course, she wants to see what's going on. So Aaron sends her the video of all these buses leaving. And she's happy. Aaron's happy. Sophia's happy that at least a lot of these inmates are able to go home. At the same time, this fight is not over yet. We still have people in there. Of course, Jamal. And when you include COVID-19 and what's going on in the world, it's going to get crazier, man. It is going to get crazier. It's not over yet. Because next week, I got a feeling there's going to be another episode that we're going to see that's connected into what we are seeing in society today. Of course, it seems like your boy Ronnie is going to be going through some things with the police. So I can't wait to see that episode, man. This episode was okay. This was more of, to me, it was a cool, calm down episode. Not too much action. Just proves to me just how dirty the system really is. This is what this episode represented for me. How dirty the system is and how these people try to hide certain things that's going on in the prisons, government, all that. You saw it in this episode. Sad thing is, it's going to continue and it's probably going to get worse. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen in this next episode. But you guys let me know what you thought about the episode. Leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.